guys, welcome to Xbox On. So E3 2018 is almost upon us and it's got the whole team thinking about our favorite moments from E3's gone by. So let's take a look at what really stood out to us from the past.
So for me, one of the biggest announcements at E3 has got to come from the Xbox conference back in 2016 when we first got teased with Project Scorpio. Earlier in that very same conference, we'd been unveiled the Xbox One S, which had this incredible moment which kind of made the entire audience gasp, was when it was 40% smaller, because they brought it up and then there was just that amazing cinematic which shrunk it down. And it's one of the best things about being in these conferences at E3 is the audience reaction to every announcement. You kind of get that excitement and buzz that you don't get anywhere else. We then got to see all the other awesome announcements, such as design labs, where you could kind of create your own controller. But then it came to the end of the conference after we'd seen all the games, we'd seen all the announcements, we'd heard from all the developers, and then we got to the Project Scorpio teaser, which was a huge surprise to the entire auditorium. And we started hearing from all these important people from Xbox about all the work that's gone into developing and creating this console that we now know as the Xbox One X. We start hearing things like it's going to have 6 teraflops, and no one has a clue what a teraflop was. There was a very few people that did, but most of us had no idea. But what we do know is that it gave us the most powerful console in the world. It allowed us to play 4K games in true 4K, which looks absolutely stunning. And it was just this moment at E3 that I will always remember from being in the Galen Center, just because of the reaction of the crowd, the surprise. I think that is why it goes down as one of the biggest moments from E3.
If you're like me and you love video games, and I think you do, let me cast your mind back to E3 2015, where big old Phil Spencer came out on stage like he always does, and he produced an announcement that was simply unforgettable. He said, "Why do you need to pay for games that you already own?" And that was the birth of the Xbox One Backwards Compatibility program. Now, the Backwards Compatibility program has been an immense success for everyone that really wants to play games from their old library. I think there's 1 billion hours that have been clocked up by people like me and you playing those games. Now, the Xbox 360 library has actually got a lot of really cool titles that everyone's playing. I mean, it's brought us Half-Life 2 Orange Box, Fable 2, Fallout 3, and even most recently, Red Dead Redemption. Now, the Backwards Compatibility Fund didn't really end in 2015. It's been going on ever since, and actually last year at E3, there was a huge announcement on that too. The announcement was that you could play original Xbox games on your Xbox One. So that the amazing library that you've had back in the day, you could go and stick in your console and play just like you always used to. There's some amazing titles in there too. There's Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, Prince of Persia, and the absolutely unforgettable Morrowind. Brilliant moment.
My favorite E3 moment has to be E3 2010 when we had the Xbox 360 Slim reveal. So if you guys remember, we had the original Xbox 360 and then it was lifted up like a magic trick and underneath was the Slim. So this was just a really cool like voila moment. So we learned about the fact it has internal Wi-Fi, it had like double the space of the original 360. And the cool thing was it was exactly the same price as the Xbox 360. So it was really nice that it wasn't, a higher price, that it wasn't unaffordable. It was literally the same price as the console already available, but just so much more improved. So I thought that was really cool for the Xbox gamers. But what I really loved is that everyone in the audience got given an Xbox 360 Slim for free. Like, how amazing must have that been if you'd like gone to that presentation and got given a 360. I wish they'd done it more like the Oprah, you get a 360, you get a 360 Slim, but they didn't. That's a shame. Next time, guys, think about it next time.
So picking an E3 moment for me is pretty difficult because I'd like to pick something from last year because that's the first ever E3 I went to. It was pretty filled with highlights, like the One X reveal and Terry Crews shouting at me.
Welcome to the agency!
But I'd say one that really stuck with me was 2013 when they announced a brand new Killer Instinct. Now, I'm a huge fan of that series and I've been waiting nearly 20 odd years, which really makes me feel a lot more mortal than I actually am. But when they announced a brand new game and it's like, oh, check out Jago and Glacius and Saberwolf, and they have these just supremely over-the-top music and the incredible over-the-top announcer as well.
Ultra Combo!
I remember just seeing that and thinking to myself, oh god, I need an Xbox. I need an Xbox now. In fact, there's actually a brilliant video, because I didn't film myself back in the day because I'm not normally in front of a camera, you know what it's like. But there's a dude on YouTube called Maximilian Dude, and his reaction to it is pretty much precisely how I felt. There were no words, just weird guttural sounds.
Jacob. Ah! Ah!
My all-time favourite moment from E3 is Halo 3's reveal trailer. Now, it's always exciting when you get your first proper look at the next Halo, but this was compounded by the fact that Xbox 360 was still only a year old at this point, so you were seeing actual next-gen stuff. Also, I was 14 at the time and quite excitable. Honestly, this trailer still gives me butterflies all up in here. It depicts the moment Master Chief emerges from wherever he's been hiding for the last 2 years and witnesses the Covenant attempt to dig up the massive ancient artifact that spells doom for humanity. Now, I basically watched this trailer on repeat for the next year until Halo released, scouring it for hints at what the game might contain. For instance, if you listen closely, you can hear the Flood boss Gravemine echoing Cortana's words. This was also an early glimpse at a new tech that allowed for the rendering of even more vast levels. And the environment you actually see here went on to form the basis of campaign level The Storm. Now, I don't know what it is about seeing a Space Marine walk slowly forwards that makes me so very emotional, and quite honestly, I'm still trying to unravel that whole thing.
So there we have it. Those are our favourite moments. Let us know in the comments down below what yours are, and also subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all our E3 content. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.